But breaking news just coming in. Home Minister Rajnath Singh is likely to make a statement in the Lok Sabha over the Delhi rape, in which a woman, remember, was raped inside a cab. This is the latest that we are in fact getting in after the Aam Aadmi Party and the students' wing of the Congress Party staged a protest this morning outside Home Minister Rajnath Singh's residence, demanding answers from the Home Minister. It is, we are now learning from our sources that Home Minister Rajnath Singh is likely to make a statement in the Lok Sabha clarifying his stand on the recent incident that has shamed the national capital. My colleague Brijesh Pandey now joins me live from the national capital. Brijesh, the latest coming in is that Home Minister Rajnath Singh likely to make a statement on this rape case in Parliament today.
Well, Rasika, yes, because the Home Minister is under a lot of pressure, and today at gate number 4 in Parliament, where all the ministers enter, Rajnath Singh, who usually stops for a chat with journalists or give a soundbite on most of the issue, today avoided media completely, and he rushed in without even nodding or acknowledging the presence of all journalists present there. And it is very clear that the pressure is on the government, because most of the opposition leader, they are saying that this act is an extremely ghastly crime, and the BJP, which raised so much ruckus over the 16 December gang rape, is now completely silent. According to our sources, the Home Minister will make a statement in Lok Sabha in order to clarify the kind of steps which has been taken by this government ever since this particular incident has come into light, and he will also try to explain the steps which this government is expected to take to make sure that there is no repeat of such incident. Rishika?
All right, that is the latest that Brijesh is in fact getting to us. Home Minister Rajnath Singh, after being cornered by the protests that were in fact staged outside his residence this morning by the Aam Aadmi Party members and the student wing of the NSUI, that is the youth wing of the Congress Party. They staged a protest demanding answers from the Home Minister, and Brijesh, they're pointing out that Home Minister likely to make a statement in the Lok Sabha to detail out the initiatives and action plan of the new government on women's safety and security. Thanks, Brijesh, for joining us with that update. Let's just take our viewers through what Home Minister Rajnath Singh in fact said earlier today.
जो कानून है इनको प्रभावी तरीके से लागू करने की जरूरत है, और कुछ जरा इस संबंध में विशेष सजग रहने की आवश्यकता है, क्योंकि मैं समझता हूं कि भारतीय समाज के लिए इससे बड़े दुर्भाग्यपूर्ण और शर्मनाक और कोई घटना नहीं हो सकती है, और इस प्रकार की घटनाएं होती हैं तो स्वाभाविक रूप से हम सभी आहत होते हैं। समाज के लिए बहुत ही कलंक है। कठोर कदम भी उठाए जाने चाहिए, और साथ ही साथ एक परसेप्शनल चेंज भी समाज में लाने की आवश्यकता है।
Joining me live on this story is my colleague Ankit Tyagi. Ankit, you've been tracking developments on this story since the time that this story in fact came to light. What is the latest? We understand that the accused has in fact been picked up from Mathura and brought to Delhi for investigation.
Well, as we speak, the accused is inside the Sarai Rohila police station, and we are expecting him to be produced in our court today, anytime after 12 p.m. In fact, the police will ask for a remand for the accused so that they can corroborate whatever he has been saying with the evidences, and of course take him back to the place where the incident took place. Apart from that, the police is also expected to move an application for the test identification parade of the accused, in which he will be made to stand with 8 to 10 people, and the girl, the victim, would be asked to identify this accused from that crowd of 8 to 10 people. As far as the investigations are coming through, Rishika, it's very shocking that the kind of details that are coming out. The accused, in fact, is not a serial offender as far as the police is concerned. They said that he was already accused of another case of sexual assault in 2011 and was out on bail in that case also. This now points out to glaring lapses on the part of Uber cabs. Their management has been asked to join in the investigation, and today
Ankit, that is what in fact brings me to the next question, because after it has come to light that he was in fact working under a false name, he had another name on his license, it does point to glaring irregularities in the functioning of Uber, which is in fact a multinational company. It does work across over 200 cities in the world. Clearly points out that Uber did not do basic background checks that are mandated.
Absolutely, and what is shocking is that if you go through Uber's history, there are a 3-level check that they have put in place in Europe and US, but that is something that has not been followed when they launched their taxi service in Delhi. The Uber management has only been saying that they are cooperating with the police, but there are serious questions about why the incidence of the driver was not checked, why they did not give any badge to the driver. Also, there was no GPS in the car. The police has also said that the mobile phone that the driver was was using
Right.
was registered on a wrong name and a wrong address, and these things were not checked by Uber. So they are, of course, going to come and make a statement, and the police already saying that they will also probe the negligence on part of the taxi major.
Right, Ankit Tyagi, thanks so much for joining us with that update. Meanwhile, protests have broken out outside Home Minister Rajnath Singh's residence this morning. The Aam Aadmi Party and the students' wing of the Congress, as we've been pointing out, were holding protests there over the lack of security for women in the national capital. In the light of those protests, remember, Home Minister Rajnath Singh likely to make a statement in the Lok Sabha. Remains to be seen. All eyes on Rajnath Singh as to what exactly he does come out and say, chalk out the strategy of the current government on this burning issue of women's safety that's been brought to light once again as the capital is shamed.